I'd like to welcome everybody to the April 20th, 2023 Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Roll call, please. Here.
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 Are there any conflict of interest statements?
None.
Thank you. Number 4, approval of the minutes of the meeting of April 13th, 2023.
A motion to approve the minutes for the meeting of April 13th, 2023.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Number 5, bid openings. I see none. Number 6, matters from other department heads or their representatives. Anybody have anything? Nope. Moving on to correspondence. Letter A, correspondence received from Dean Button, Capital Improvements Board, requesting $3,615 of CIB funding to be allocated for the redesigned Holman Avenue North approach at Sibley and corresponding supplemental agreement submitted for approval.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dean.
Good morning to the board. So this is for some additional right-of-way services. We're taking a small piece of property at the Family Dollar Store at the northwest corner of Holman and Sibley. We're designing a southbound right turn lane to have people who want to avoid downtown in the future to turn onto Sibley. It's a small property take, but we need right-of-way engineering services, and that's what this is for. CIB approved this Monday night. I'd ask for your approval of both the supplemental agreement and the funding allocation.
Okay, and I will point out it's been signed by the mayor and also by the city controller.
Okay. Motion to approve Mr. Button's request for the supplemental agreement and the funding allocation as submitted.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting $11,850 of CIB funding to be allocated for the new traffic signal at Sportsplex and corresponding agreement with Advanced Engineering for professional services submitted for approval.
As the board's aware, we're designing a new traffic signal by the Sportsplex and the new YMCA, sort of separating them on Indianapolis Boulevard. We need advanced engineering services to do the geotechnical work, which includes soil borings and design of the traffic signal foundations. So their proposal is for $11,850. The engineering department's reviewed the proposal, and the Capital Improvements Board has approved the funding allocation. So I'd ask for your approval of the agreement and the funding allocation.
Okay, and it's again been signed by the controller and by the mayor.
Motion to approve the supplemental agreement and the funding allocation as submitted by Mr. Button.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Letter C, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting $33,857.43 of CIB funding to be allocated for the Holman Avenue reconstruction Phase 1 and corresponding change orders numbers 7, 8, and 9 submitted for approval.
Thank you. Change order 7 is a time extension, no cost change order that extends the duration of the project to the new completion date, which is now the end of September, if I remember right, August or September. Change order number 8 is for removal of underground foundation found in Sibley. When Sibley was originally constructed, the Walgreen drug building was contained in a smaller right-of-way. We ran across the foundation, have to remove it to put the water and sewer lines in. We didn't expect that. We didn't know what to find. So that's that. And then change order number 9 is for the maintenance of traffic to deal with the truck detour for downtown that wasn't originally included in the design plans for this segment of work, because this segment of work was added to include the realignment of the water and sewer line to move it out of the old parking lot at the southwest corner of Holman and Sibley that's becoming a new residential development. So we had to move that out of the way. So I'd ask for your approval of the 3 change orders as well as the funding allocation that was approved by the Capital Improvements Board on Monday.
Okay, and again, they were signed by the city controller and also by the mayor.
Motion to approve the funding allocation and the 3 change orders as submitted by Mr. Button.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Letter D, correspondence received from William Short, Chief of Police, requesting the following officers receive Spanish-speaking specialty pay effective April 13th, 2023. Edward Huerta, Elias Guido, Jose Rios, Juan Carrasco, Alexander Montano, a personal reinstatement matter, petition for retirement from Sergeant Ronald Hill, who has served the citizens of Hammond for 31 and a half years, effective the close of business date on June 2nd, 2023, and the transfers of the following: Andrew Lornick transferred to the Patrol Division, Jason Schaffbuck transferred to the Detective Bureau, David Horniak transferred to the Narcotics Division, and Richard Ray transferred to the Patrol Division, all effective April 24th, 2023.
Motion to approve Chief Short's submission.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter E, correspondence received from Carol Square Price requesting permission to use the vacant lot at 7250 Kennedy Avenue, which is owned by the Park Department, to operate her pop-up business stand.
I'm unaware of this correspondence. I don't think it's gone to the Park Department yet. Generally, I don't know if the board remembers, there was a woman who came last year asking to utilize, I think, sell popsicles or snow cones.
cones.
Thank you.
Yeah, snow.
That's it, Rich. Rich wanted a blue one, probably.
It's his favorite.
I know he's already probably still angry at the board for not letting her do that, but we had a request to do snow cones in MLK, I think, or maybe it was Harrison, and we denied that because, we don't allow park property for profit. You'd have it lined up with, 30 snow cone shops maybe. But so my inclination is to request the board to deny this, but I'm unsure if, I think probably first and foremost, she needs to go before the park board to see if they're even interested. They told her to come here. Okay. So could we defer it for a week? I don't know if she's here. Is she here? Anybody here? Okay. If we could defer it a week, we'll just get confirmation from the administrator of the park board of of his opinion on it, and then we'll put it before the board.
Gotcha.
But I think my inclination would be to recommend denial.
Okay.
Motion to defer any decision from requested by Carol Square Price to the April 27th, 2023 meeting.
I second.
I'm sorry, Mr. President. Could you also make sure to confirm that address, because I believe it's the wrong side of the street.
7250.
I think Kelly said it might be the credit union, so I just want to make sure it is the park that they're
Be
requesting.
the odd side, yeah. Yeah.
147, 40 through 49, it's in our zone for is county records. So it has to be on the other side of the street.
Okay, also, do I need to
Yeah,
rescind
say
that
it, yep,
motion?
yep.
Okay, I'll rescind the previous motion. Well, I'd like to make a motion to verify the address on Ms. Square's request, and then also defer to the Park Department to the April 27, 2023 meeting.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter F, correspondence received requesting a rental registration hearing.
Motion to set the rental registration hearing for May 11th and May 18th of 2023.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 8, matters from board members. You have anything? No, sir. No? Moving on to number 9, new business. Letter A, funding allocation request for form requesting $30,000 of 4th District Gaming Fund to be allocated for the tree removal in the 4th District, submitted for approval. It's been signed by the controller, yeah, and the mayor.
Okay. Motion to approve the funding allocation for the 4th District Gaming Funds for tree removal.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, resolution number 4140, an intergovernmental agreement with Hammond Department of Redevelopment to transfer the following properties: 5658 Walter Avenue, 5659 Walter Avenue, 5608 Claude Avenue, 5610 Claude Avenue, 5638 Claude Avenue, and 5640 Claude Avenue, submitted for approval.
Thank you, Mr. President and Board. These are additional properties in the Jacob Square area that are going to be offered for redevelopment and sale for housing, new residential homes this coming year. So we'd ask that they be transferred to redevelopment.
Thank you.
Motion to approve the request for the intergovernmental agreement with the redevelopment as submitted.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter C, notice to owners of affected property located at 601 Conkey, submitted for acknowledgement.
I believe this is just a notice from BZA.
Yes.
Yeah, it has to do with the old the old recycling department. It's being used for, there's a storage area in the back, So because the city owns property in that area, we're getting notice. So there's no action needed, just that we've received the notice.
Okay, we're just acknowledging, yes, just acknowledging. Okay, moving on to letter D, right-of-way permit. Looks like there's 8 of them received from engineering, submitted for approval.
Good morning.
Morning,
We
Mark, how
have
are you?
8 permits, 6 of them are with NIPSCO to upgrade some poles scattered throughout the city, 2 poles, 3 poles. It seems like different people are handling the permits, so they're coming in. So I would recommend approval on that. And the 2 others are Detroit and Lyman, and also 173rd and Lyman for Comcast.
Got it.
Just do a little relocation for the train, so.
Okay.
I would recommend approval.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to approve the right-of-way permits as submitted.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Number 10, letter A, old business. Correspondence received from Kim Hunt, We Care from the Heart Social Services, 200 Russell Street, requesting permission to conduct a homeless outreach event. The event will be held in the private parking lot at 200 Russell Street with various community vendors, residential services, clothing, and food. This event will take place on August 2nd, 2023, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And
This has been before the board on several occasions. There was a meeting that the chief of staff, I don't know, he said he might be coming to this meeting, but apparently he's not, met with community development and planning department, and he's satisfied that this event, which has been held in the past, is one that he believes is appropriate. So we would request its approval based on chief of staff's review.
okay.
Okay. Motion to approve the correspondence received from Kim Hunt as submitted.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, business license late fee, University I Institute, 2720 165th.
Yes, good morning. I'm trying to
Sir,
request.
sir, can we have your name first before we start?
Yeah, Premal Patel.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Patel.
Yeah, I'm requesting to see if I can waive, you'd be willing to waive the late fees for the business license. I actually wasn't even aware that we haven't filed the license since 2017. And, when I called, I guess it was our responsibility to file every year. We don't get anything in the mail. And I absolutely wasn't aware of that. So I have no problem, obviously, paying for the license fee, but I was wondering if you could waive the late fee. And moving forward, I'll make sure that we get the license every year.
How long have you been in business?
Since 2005,
Their first license was issued in 2005.
yeah.
So
Okay,
they,
and have you been current, Nick, have you been current on the license? every
yes,
year?
it appears that they did renew their license from 2005 through 2016, and then that was the last license that was issued.
Have you been the owner the whole time?
Yeah.
Do you know why you stopped paying in 2016?
Truthfully, I have no idea. Usually, I think if it's a letter or something we get in the mail, we we apply for it. and
Yeah, we don't
we've
send
never-
reminders out regarding business licenses.
Yeah.
Actually, it might be something we're gonna do in the future, but at this point, we don't. What kind of business is it?
It's an eye doctor, optometry office.
Optometry, okay.
Yeah.
Was there a change in ownership or something?
So there was a change in ownership in 2000 and, I believe, I think 2007 maybe, the old doctor.
Okay, so not during the time that we're talking about?
No.
2016,
Yeah, no,
17.
I've owned it since
I believe
then.
it was 2009 is when the license holder changed.
I think, yeah, that sounds about right, yeah.
Nick, has there been any citations for anything regarding the?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
And you explained the letter that's sent out as a courtesy, not something that's,
Yeah, we don't actually, for business licensing, I don't know if,
You don't send them
Well
out?
knows, but I don't
Gotcha.
think there is a annual one. We're thinking about doing that now, but we haven't in the past. We do it for rental registrations.
Yeah.
We just saying that we're changing it.
Yeah, what we
Gotcha.
try to do is, when there's a late situation, this would be what, Nick, how many years?
It would be at least 6 years.
6, yeah.
6.
Yeah, and what's the late fee?
It's a $200 late fee, and depending, there's the license fee changed the last few years, so it's either $100 for license fee or $105.
It totals $1,810.
Yes.
Kevin, this is a total.
Yeah, what I'd like to do is, if we could, ask, and I'm sorry.
Premal, Patel, P-R-E. No.
So if Mr. Patel could maybe contact the law department, we could probably negotiate something out and then suggest that to the board for approval. I think that's probably best because the ultimate controller's office controls business licenses fees, so I just want to make sure we're squared away on that.
Okay,
And we can give you a recommendation on how to proceed.
gotcha.
So I'll make sure Mr. Patel has my phone number up there.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Thank
All
you.
right, sounds good.
but I think we wanted to make sure you appear and we got the whole story.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah,
Patel.
Thank you.
Motion to defer the business license late fee matter of University Eye Institute to Law Department for further review.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Moving on, number 11, rental registration hearings. 839 Becker is the first one.
Good morning. My name is Angelique Moore,
Morning, ma'am.
and I'm here today to ask for a waiver for the registration fee at 839 Becker due to the fact I lost my husband last year, and I forgot, and I was dealing with 2 evictions.
We have Ms. Moore listed as the owner of the property since 2003. This is a single-family home. We're here for 2022 only, and the only other time that they've appeared before the board was in 2014 for waiver, but they've been on time every year since then.
So 8 or 9 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't notice any issues or citations or problems with the property.
Yeah.
Motion to waive the late fee for the rental registration for 2022 for 839 Becker.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Ms. Moore, if you want to wait till the meeting's over, you can register.
Okay,
at the-
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Mhm. So I don't need to say that again. At the end of every one of them today, you can register at the end of today's meeting if you want to stay and wait, okay? Okay, moving on to number 2 is letter B, 6810 Kennedy Avenue.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
My name is Paul Leader.
Mr. Leader, he has been listed as the owner in according to Lake County since 2003. This is a single-family home. We are here for 2022. It was first registered in 2008 as a rental and registered every year since then, with the only exception being 2022. I did notice that there was a contract for sale, like a land contract that was entered in 2014 with the payments to begin on April 1st of 2013. However, that contract had a life of 6 years, and which doesn't seem to have been fulfilled. Now, Lake County hasn't, Mr. Leader's been the singular owner listed as the property, and he has registered every year. So that's the other thing, is that there was a homestead tax exemption that's applied to the property that we need to make sure gets, removed. So we would request that Mr. Leader fill out and then return this, the form to remove the homestead, since it's not his primary residence.
Do you understand all that, Mr. Leader?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Motion to waive the late fee for 2022 for 68 Kennedy with the understanding that the homestead exemption will be removed.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, if you're following along with the agenda, you probably see that letter C is 4319 Torrance Avenue, and we are setting that for next week's meeting, just so everybody's aware. Letter D, 1619 River Drive. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Donna Junitz.
Good morning, ma'am.
I'm looking to waive the late fee. I've never missed one. I don't have a clue why I missed it. I had surgery, shoulder replacement. I don't know what happened. I just forgot.
Looks like we have a single-family home listed under Ms. Ginnis' name since 2020, and then prior to that from 23. It looks like the property did briefly change hands. However, it has been registered in previous years on time, so we are here for a single-family home and for the 2020 rental registration.
Yeah, it was so destroyed, I sold it. I don't want a permit. I
Nick,
don't-
that's, you just said 2020, 2022, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Motion to waive the 2022 late fee for 1619 River Drive.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No, I sold it.
Oh, you sold it too?
I sold it, well, I applied for the permit because I didn't know if I was going to be able to fix it or not.
Okay.
The tenant destroyed it.
So it looks like the property was sold in 2019, but then,
Oh, that was my daughter.
then the property went back in
Yeah.
our hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just too much for me,
Okay.
so I sold it and we close tomorrow.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you, ma'am.
So I don't need to do anything with the permit?
We're going to have to probably go back and make a different, if she doesn't no longer own it. Did you have a tenant in 2022?
Yes.
Okay, then we're good then. Just wait till today's meeting's over with. You do have to pay the $5 because it's for 2022, not 2023.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, letter E, 7140 Beach.
Good morning, I'm Michael Starcevich, and I'm here for trying to get the fee waived. Just give you an excuse, even though I know it's my fault. I rented the place in 2021 in December, and I purchased the sticker, never looked at what it said on it, and gave it to the tenant when they moved in, and they put it in a window. Didn't realize that it was for 21 and not 22. Came here because you guys sent a courtesy letter, and she says, well, you never had a sticker, so I ran back to my house and took a picture of it, and lo and behold, I seen it was 21. So I did register when I was here renewing, and just asking for, I don't know, stupidity on my part.
So it looks like Mr. Starcevich owned the property since September of 21. He did register in 2021, and then we missed 2022, and it's a single-family home.
So first time.
Motion to waive the late fee for 7140 Beach.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Do I have to wait since I'm already registered for this year?
This is for last year.
Last year's.
We have to square up for last year.
Oh, okay.
Okay, letter F, 821 State Street and 1135 Lion Street and 6324 Monroe. Anybody here from either one of those addresses? 821 State, 1135 Lions, 6324 Monroe. Okay. Got it.
So it looks like all three properties are owned by the same individual that's listed as a registered agent for the properties. One of them is I think two of them are actually listed under the DAD Properties LLC, and then the third was changed last year to KF6 Properties LLC. However, we're here, it would appear that one is a 6-unit, so it would be a rental unit community, so only applicable to a singular rental registration fee. However, I think that's the 821 State. 1135 Lions and 6324 Monroe are single-family homes. So we're here for 2022, and then 2023 was not submitted, so it would be both years, like, essentially. But since nobody appears on behalf of the properties, I would request that the board deny the late fee appeal.
Okay, I do want to ask about State Street. You said 6 units, it shows 4. Were you talking about those 4 and the other 2 making up the number 6? You have 4 units listed for 821 State Street.
I'm sorry, yes. Well, actually, it was registered as a 4-unit. Yeah, 821 State Street was registered as a 4-unit. That's what it was.
Okay, but all all three addresses are for 22 and 23?
Yeah, no 2023 rental registration was submitted. Now, when they come in, if they come in without an appeal form, we'll allow them to register for 2023 under the presumption they're going to appear, and 2022 or the previous year would be taken care of, right? There was no appeal form that I received with a rental registration for 2023 attached. So this year's rental registration would have had to been decided with the 2022 decision. I believe they came in before the deadline, or they requested an appeal possibly before the deadline through the law department. But I did not have an appeal form nor a rental registration, and it wasn't entered in the zone pro, so it would appear both years are due at this point.
So what's your recommendation, Nick?
I would recommend that we deny the appeal for 2022, and, have the owner would have to, settle for 2023 at this point.
Okay, so for now, for 2023, we're just going with the $5 rental fee?
Yeah, that would be sufficient. They were here before the deadline and should have registered.
So it'd be late fees for 2022, yeah, just regular fee for 23, yeah.
Okay. Motion to deny the the late rental registration fee for 821 State, 835 Lyons, and 6324 Monroe for 2022.
Second, but it's also 1135 lines, right?
Yeah, 1135 Lyons, yeah.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter G, 4718 Cedar Avenue. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Andy Mendez.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Mendez.
So Mr. Garcia has been living there for 3 years for the prior owner. The prior owner was going to lose the property due to taxes. So Ms. Rivera bought the place to help him save the property from the tax sale. But Mr. Garcia still lives there, and he intends on buying this place in the next couple of months. So technically, it's owner occupied. We're from out of town. We weren't aware that there was a license required, and we didn't think the transaction was going to take this long.
Okay.
I'm asking for consideration.
Okay.
So we do show that the current owner listed purchased the property or had transferred in their name January 14th of 2022. The property's never been registered. Obviously, as just explained, it was owner occupied. It's a single family home, and so we would be here for 2022's late fee, and then 2023 is they submitted the appeal before the deadline. So will be 2022 and 2023 needs to be registered.
2023 was registered already.
Okay. I didn't see that in the system. So unless it either didn't get entered or wasn't attached to, I don't have the appeal form. Normally I have the appeal hearing request form comes down attached with the rental registration.
Even if it was owner occupied, Nick?
Yes.
It was
Well,
still?
technically at this point, it's not an owner occupied property. The previous owner still lives there. However, there's an unrelated, third party that owns the property now.
Okay.
And so, I would have deferred to Kevin on what he thinks. If the previous owner is still paying the mortgage or is paying any fees associated with the property, then technically it would be considered a rental property. We don't really have a mechanism for that.
If the sale's gonna go through, we'll have to get the transfer papers and put it in the owner's name. In a rent-to-own situation, it still has to be recorded with the county for us to recognize it as an owner-occupied property. Otherwise, it still has to be registered as a rental. Once it gets recorded and the deed is in the tenant, rent-to-own buyer's name, then we can recognize them as the owners, and any situations we have them will go towards that person. So if he records the deed into the tenant's name or register it, either record the contract or register the property.
We're asking for a waiver of 2022.
Right.
Not 2023 because
Right.
it's already been paid for. So,
Receipt there. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like he does have a receipt showing he paid for 2023.
We're going to waive 2022. Okay. So I think we're inclined then, Nick, to waive the late fee for 2022?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
thank you.
Any objection?
No, is the intent to, Kelly's absolutely correct. Is the intent to record that conditional sale agreement, or are you just going to register as a rental?
It's already registered as a
I
rental
understand that.
for a year.
Yeah, so are you not recording the conditional sale agreement?
No need to.
No need to, okay,
Right.
so you're just going to keep it But just
All right.
remember, as Mr. Kearney mentioned,
Yes.
if you don't record it, you need to make sure to register it every year.
Yes, at 2024.
Correct, yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Motion to waive the rental registration late fee for 2022 at 4718 Cedar.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to letter H, 2038 Lincoln Avenue. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, David Moreno.
Can we have your name, sir?
David Moreno.
Okay.
So it looks like Mr. Moreno had purchased the property in November of 2021, and then we missed the 2022 rental registration, so it's a single-family home, and we're here on 2022, it's the first registration.
Mr. Marino, what happened last year?
What happened, I didn't rent the house until September. Me and my dad bought the house. My dad was supposed to move there. Unfortunately, because of my mom's health condition, they were not able to move. So when we rented out the home in September, I didn't know I had to get the permit in September. I thought I had to get it before April of this year.
Okay.
So when I came in to try to get this year, they told me that I needed to have the one from last year.
Correct. Because
So, and I
you
didn't
did
know.
rent it out from September through the end of the year?
Yes.
Okay. Nick, you have any objections, any other issues or anything? Okay.
Motion to waive the 2022 rental registration late fee for 2038 Lincoln.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, Mr. Marino.
Thank you.
Letter I, 603 Hoffman Street. Good morning, sir.
Name is Alvaro Rodriguez.
Go ahead, Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, sir. I'm asking for a waiver of late registration for my home at 603 Hoffman for last year. I came down with COVID January 4th, and my wife had just started a job on the same week. So with the coping of me having COVID and then my wife, starting a new job, we totally forgot to register the house.
Okay, go
So
ahead,
it
Nick.
looks like Mr. Rodriguez has been the only owner of record. This is it's a two-unit property, however, they occupy one of the units, so we're here for one unit for 2022. Did you register for 2023 already?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so then it would just be the one rental unit in the property for 2022.
No issues before? Okay.
Motion to waive the late rental registration fee for 2022 on the one unit at 603 Hoffman.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, Mr. Marino.
Thank you very much.
Letter J, 1130 Morris Street. What's going on?
Good morning, Council. My name's Larry Washington.
Good morning,
And,
Mr. Washington.
I'm just here to try to get the late fee waived for last year.
Can you tell us why you missed it?
It was my first time buying a property, and I wasn't aware.
Okay.
So it looks like Mr. Washington took over ownership May 12th of 21. It appeared the property was already registered at that point, and so we are here for 2022. It's a two-unit rental property.
Good, T.
Okay. Motion to waive the late rental registration fees for the two units at 1130 Morris Street.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank
you,
you.
Mr. Washington. If you want to stay till after the meeting, you can pay for it. Thank you. Okay, moving on to letter K, 20 Carroll Street. 20 Carroll Street. Go ahead, Nick.
All right, so 20 Carroll, we had this listed and registered previously as a 5-unit. There's a new owner as of August 16th of 2022. We are missing the 2022 rental registration, so I would request the board deny the appeal based on the failure to appear.
Came back.
What's that?
Letter
Oh,
came back
okay.
for
If the board could maybe set this over for a week, give me an opportunity to get a hold of the owner. It would appear the notice for the hearing date today was returned undeliverable.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot this. Yeah, we have it right here, so we don't know for sure that it got to them.
Okay. Yeah, if we could set it over for, let's do 2 weeks, I'll do some research and contact information and attempt to get a hold of them and let them know when their new date is set for.
Okay.
Motion to defer any decision on 20 Carroll's rental registration late fee to May 4th of 2023.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
That does it.
Okay. Number 12, the meeting's open to the public. Would anybody like to speak? Okay.
Fortitude is not tested today.
Our fortitude was not tested today, no.
No, it's not.
Okay, we're good, T.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thanks, everyone.